Boxing or MMA, which sport is tougher? I have competed in both. I have done fights in boxing and I have done fights in MMA. Let's start with MMA. Well, what I noticed in MMA is that especially in the fighting camps, my body felt way more drained. In terms of my joints were screaming out of pain all the times. From the wrestling, from the grappling, from the kneeing, the elbows, the takedowns. So your whole body is getting way more used in MMA than in boxing. Let's speak about actual fighting. When you walk into an MMA fight, it feels more raw. It feels like you're getting into a coliseum. And as soon as the cage door closes, technically the fight can go anywhere. And anything can happen. And actually I always like the feeling, but honestly it is scary as well. If you are in a bad position in MMA, the outcome could be very mean. For instance, your opponent is in the mount position and you can't move. And then you're getting punched to your face, elbows, whilst you're laying on the ground. I think you get the idea. MMA is pretty chaotic. And in terms of training, because you have so many weapons, the possibility of injury is pretty high. Now let's compare to boxing. Well, in boxing, I always had the feeling that the fighting camps were always not that heavy on the body. Of course, it's always a matter of how much you are training, but in general, my body felt better. But now we come to the most important point, and that is clearly the punches to your brain. So your body may not feel that drain in a boxing camp, but for sure you will notice it in your mental performance. During a boxing camp, it's common that you have difficulties with finding words, with putting sentences together, and your short-term memory is also not working perfectly fine. And especially the big symptoms are not occurring instantly, but 10 to 15 years after your active career. So basically you really don't know how much damage you are causing to your brain. And by knowing that, for me personally, boxing is the tougher sport.